on the website.
Do we have to purchase, like, how, like, okay, so
you don't have to purchase anything. You just
there's no minimum
of items,
right?
No. And
talk to Tony. He's been doing a bunch of that, like manning that. We'll get it. We'll chop it up. Just jump in the WhatsApp so we can have conversations with the whole team. We all been doing stuff all week, like. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff done, but we understand. Tyler was home, so I get that.
Yeah. I was MIA on purpose.
Man, it was good to see him.
Yeah, how'd your thing go?
It was good to see him.
It went well, man, and that young man has grown.
Is he ready? Is he ready for it? Are you ready for it?
No, I'm not ready for him to. He left this morning. I wasn't ready for him to leave, and it'll be a year, maybe 2 before we see him again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I'm telling you what, man. Like, he's a very mature young guy now. Like, it was really cool to see him, hang out with him a little bit. I gotta fix this whole thing. God love America. Okay, we're just gonna go with it for today. Going with it.
It's quite evident to see how much he's grown over the last two and a half years.
And just like our show over the last 2.5 months. Welcome. You know, America, sometimes you just gotta do different things to get different results. You know, trust the process. Triumvirate Podcast. Welcome to the show where brilliant men talk about the worlds of fashion, music, and everything in between. TD, how you doing all the way from the UK?
I am amazing.
That's
today.
A sexy background you got going on. 7th day from the lands far away. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm ready to get it going. Let's get it started.
You got a shirt on like the group Asylum. Do your homework, world.
Yes,
HB.
Yes,
HB.
Sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling, man?
I am splendorious right now.
Splendorious.
That's not a real word. I looked it up, so I'm coining it today. Every time you say it, you owe me 5 cents.
Splendorious. I owe you 5. Please like, share, and subscribe, and watch the live feed on Twitch, YouTube, etc., etc. We are out here. Okay. Today's host, all the way from the UK. TD, whenever you're ready, brother, let's get this rocking.
Right. Start with the music. I had to tap into a mate of mine, one of my footballing friends. Shout out Dylan Logan for putting me on to Knucks. First album, Alpha House. This is his 3rd studio album, released one in 19, 20, and then 22. Man's from West Central London. I'd say the town area, but you probably wouldn't know.
Tell us, man, because people where you are going to know.
Let it out.
Thanks.
So he has an affinity for grime. If you listen to the music, you'd understand that. I'm probably not telling you anything you can't read on the Apple or the Spotify details, but loves soul, prefers, like the Sade kind of music, and rappers like MF Doom and Nas. He released a 2014 mixtape called Killmatic, which is obviously a homage to Nas. But his style is kind of matured into a classic kind of hip hop and soul genre mixed with contemporary styling. And there's a lot of UK drill stuff in there as well. And you would have heard it on the last track on the album, that Pollos Hermanos. Before I get into my bit of it, 7th, we saying?
I love this album. The mix of the blues and classical music and the samples on every track really drew me in because it sounded like something I grew up listening to. It's got really classic tones to it, and I really like this rap style, man. I thought this album was hot from beginning to end. It got better as I listened to it. So the second time I listened to it, it was better than the first time, and so on and so forth. I really like this MC, and I appreciate you, TD, for turning me on to him.
Holler. Yeah, again, like I another one that I hadn't heard of. So again, shout out to Dylan, who definitely put me on to him. For me, I think the pros from the album would definitely be like the use of piano. I like the slow down tempo of a lot of the tracks. The lyrical content is good. There's, obviously references to particular lifestyle, but it is what it is. But it didn't overtake the album. There's a couple of tracks on there that have a bit of social commentary. like in Hide and Seek, and it's one of the ones where I can listen to it straight through. Black, what are you saying?
I liked like what Seventh Day was talking about, the samples and the melodies, quite uncommon and unheard of for any sort of UK, in my opinion, any drill music. Because when I hear drill, I'm thinking of like the reverse violins, darker pianos and stuff. And when this first song hit, I'm like, okay, this is some like nice mellow boom bap, almost. But then I heard that signature hi-hat come in, and I was confused at first, but I appreciated it. Felt like contemporary drill music, in my opinion. I was also having a hard time though following the British vernacular and slang.
The vocabulary,
The vocabulary that was going on.
Yeah.
I heard him say myth. I'm like, sounds like a slur to me, but I'm not gonna say it. And it was, but it works like with their accent and their style of music.
Yeah, I think for me, one of the things that like does put me off a little bit to stuff like this is he does sound very similar to a lot of other London MCs, in terms of like his flow and his style. Some of the tracks sound similar if you listen to them like back to back to back, but again, it has its own thing. So I'm definitely happy to roll with it. Special Agent 3.
Go
on.
Listen here, world. First and foremost, don't buy into these guys. They're playing nice. I'm not here to be nice with you, world. I'm here to give you the facts. The straight up factuals. This is remedial rap. This is room temp remedial rap. This is some Dr. Seuss Mother Goose. Like, if you listen to the patterns of the rhymes, okay? This is simple mathematics. 1 + 1 is spaghetti. 1 + 1, you ain't ready. 1 + 1. I'm not with that. All right. All praises to the production and the Stormzy feature. I see you, Stormzy. I see you. Die Hard was fire. I was because of TD here. I look for you. I check for you now, Stormzy. You got a fan. But this guy is remedial rap. You know who he is? If we're doing the pantheon of equating basketball players to MCs, this is a Spud Webb moment. This is a Spud Webb moment, America, world.
Hey, at least he won a dunk championship, man.
And that's about it. That's about. Let me ask you guys a question. What kind of shoe did Spud Webb wear? Exactly.
Reebok pumps.
Exactly. Oh, stop
it. The pumps.
No, I mean, I think it's a harsh argument given I would question what your library of UK artists looks like at the moment.
I equate him to other MCs in his vein. So I got a good ear for it. His patterns are simple. Like sometimes the tapestry of the beat was overwhelming his rhyme ability. Tell me when I'm going wrong.
No.
That part's true.
Yeah, not disagreeing. Again, and that's one of the things for me, like one of the cons of the album is the fact that he sounds very similar to a lot of other London MCs. Again, it's that whole thing where I can take you into the US and you can definitely differentiate between a New York rapper, a Memphis rapper, an LA rapper, a Houston rapper, even like when you go down to like Miami and whatnot. So he has a lane and he's in it. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not bad music.
No,
it's not bad. His ability is mediocre at best. Mediocre at best.
I think though, when you talk about the production of the album mixed alongside his rhyme patterns, where sometimes the beat and the actual instrumentals did overpower the rhymes, I think the rhymes highlighted a lot of times the actual music choices he made in regards to the production that was on this album. Which is why it's worth a listen. It was worth at least a couple of listens.
This album is worth 3 listens. You get one at the gym, one at the house, one in the car, and it's a wrap, cuz it's 2022. You want to listen to Dinko D album? You did.
I did.
You did. We just listened to it this week. Shout out Stormzy though. Fire.
Yeah. Shout out Stormzy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You want to move on then?
I mean,
Well,
anybody.
I got nothing else to say.
I
but
got,
like I said,
I got nothing else.
I'll talk about this forever. Like, I mean,
I enjoyed it because it was new to me. Again, I can equate it to a lot of other London rappers, which, you know, as I host more shows, you'll get introduced to more of them, and I'm going to try to throw in some from around the country as well, just so you have a different flavor, and you know you'll start to pick up the different pattern in the rap, and even some of the production.
What you've done is you've opened the spectrum of who I'm looking for. I check for Stormzy now. Like, I'm looking, you know, but like this guy, I like the fusion of drill. It sounds like what Tribe Called Quest would do with drill music. That's what it sounded like. Mm-hmm. But his ability to translate lyrically over these tracks, tantamount to it's Spud Webb.
Do you think it was because of the sheer amount of features that you didn't appreciate it as much?
Here we go. Valid. If we're going to give Corday the business, we got to give this guy the business.
True.
No, I'm not disagreeing at all. I mean, let me think. How many did he have? Did you count them?
I didn't get a chance to count them, but I do know it was heavy on the features.
So
on this album.
13 track album. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of 13.
9 if you count 9 features if you count the 2 on decisions.
Yeah.
Well,
so come on, guy. He knows he's masquerading. This guy's out here masquerading as an MC. Trick or treat. What are you? MC.
I'm a rapper.
Look at my buddies. This is my album cover. This is my production. Candy. That's right, you're a Candy. You heard it here first.
Right. Moving on. Right.
Moving on.
Wretch 3-2. Right. So this is his black and white album, first studio album, 2011. I had to take you back because obviously Wretch 3-2 has been around for a while. Again, I don't know how familiar everybody is with him. Again, this is the difference between the London rappers as well. So born in Tottenham, London-based, although he isn't Gooner. Those are Arsenal. Shout out Arsenal. This was his major label debut album. He had 3 top 5 UK singles on this album, Tractor Unorthodox and Don't Go was the number 1. In 2011, his popularity led to him being involved in the Adidas campaign for the 2012 Olympics in London. And he won the Best International Act at the BET Awards in 2012. So I don't know if you watched it or if he was on, if you remember seeing him there. I don't know. I'm assuming it was for this album. I tried to find the video, tried to find the evidence. I couldn't find much about it. He's in 5 albums since. His last one was 2021. He features on loads of stuff because he's kind of like, he's like grandfather in the game, basically. Mix of grime, hip hop. He's one of the more accomplished UK MCs. So 3, I'll go to you first. Special Agent
you America, world, I got to give you this dose of medicine. We have been bamboozled. Awards mean nothing. Listen, if you guys seen Rudy? Everybody here seen the movie Rudy?
Yes.
Yes. He got in at the end of the movie and really he made one play. That's this album.
A couple sacks.
That's this album.
The album was the sack?
Yes. Yes. He made one play. Okay. Let me start this over. You ever see somebody in a gym class that you were in, just try too hard? We're trying to run the mile. Remember running the mile at St. X, Tony?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is okay, that first one, we had to run the mile 10 minutes, and somebody's just out here trying to get it in 7. That's this album. He's trying too hard, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all didn't feel like he was trying too hard?
Well, what do you expect? This is first ever major label debut.
Can I ask, was Kanye trying too hard?
I feel like he's always trying.
The first time you heard him through the wire, maybe he was trying too hard.
I think Kanye also had a lot of notoriety before he ever hit the scene.
Bring it back to my man Rec 3-2. But can I ask another question? Who's Rec 3-1? Where's Rec 30? Where's Wretch 30? Where's Wretch 29?
3-2 obviously means something. It's not
where's
like
the rest of the Wretches?
So his Jamaican grandmother called him Wretch. It was another way of calling him skinny. And he added the 3-2 because it was his favorite number. So it is.
Word?
Word.
It wasn't like his football number or something.
So his mom kicked him out the house when he was 16. If his mom didn't kick him out the house when he was 16, he wouldn't be what he is now. He knew that he had to do something
and he found this.
And he found this.
Where okay.
I like his story.
As tastemakers, we the four of us are tastemakers now. And my taste for this, like I got through the first 5 and I'm like, something's off.
You should have kept listening.
You should have kept listening then.
No, I listened to the whole record. It gets better as you go through it. But I'm trying to tell you, those first 5, my statement piece, and you guys know me. You guys have heard what I do. The first 5, you got to punch somebody in the mouth. I'm making my statement. This is who I am. If you go back to my first record, you hear it all the way to now. All right? Impress me with the first 5.
So Tractor, which was the first one that went out, he did Tractor before the album was even written. He did Tractor. That's what got him the record deal, and that's why it's on. It was the first release, and it was the first UK top 5.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I've listened to this thing probably, at least once a day over the past 8 days.
Word.
So, word. Yeah, it's on in the bike, it's on in the house, it's on when I'm sitting at work trying to tune people out. Yes, all day long. I love the variation in it. He talks about how his work is very musical, so it's going to appeal to a lot of people. He's not your typical London MC. Again, he's hitting like all the major audiences with the way that he raps and the stuff that he talks about.
A pop record.
It can be, yeah, but he's a grime artist, so it's not everything's going to get played on the radio. There is stuff that has to put you on the radio to make sure that you're popular, especially here. And for me, I like the mix of song, and I think every single one of them sounds like it's an epic effort to put something together and actually get it out there.
I think what's throwing Special Agent 3 off is the mix of production. Because initially on my first listen, that's what threw me off. Because every song didn't sound like it blended into the next one. It all sounded like it was pieced together from separate projects. And it took me a while to really fall into a place where I was really enjoying the album because it felt like the production was so segmented.
Kaleidoscopy.
Yeah, it was very kaleidoscopic. Thank you, Special Agent 3. But you know what it reminds me of? You guys remember the UMCs?
No.
Get out. I don't know. Get out.
But if you ever listen to the UMC's entire album, from the album with Blue Cheese on it,
yeah,
there was a lot of different levels to the production. There were certain songs that were really serious. There were others that were really light and airy, and they made the songs more fun, like Blue Cheese, which was the single off that album. This album felt a lot like that album. It felt a lot like it because of
how dare you?
Because of the production. Because of the production. Now, if we're talking about the actual lyricism, I felt like my man Wretch 32 actually was doing something with his lyrics. He was actually speaking on a lot of different topics that were viable at that time period. I felt like my man was rapping. He was snapping.
You thought he was rapping? He was rapping?
You got to put yourself in 2011 as well. You can't judge this on a 2022 versus a 2022 album. You have to put yourself in 2011 going into 2012, why he would have won the award for what it was. Right, Black, go ahead and just separate these two for a second.
So I did what you said. I put myself back in 2011. Right.
How old was you? 7?
13. 13. Okay. I had to think about it.
Black.
I had to think. You do not want to meet 13-year-old me.
Oh God.
I had to put myself back in what the time frame of music was back then. I have felt a lot of Afro-Cuban vibes from this song. A lot of boom, boom, tss, boom, boom, tss, like that, just like dance hall music almost, right? And I'm like, I'm thinking of how he can transfer that into what I used to hear in the States in 2011, that kind of music. And I'm like, it could have blended well. This guy has a very versatile album. He had many, the production, like what you were talking about, a lot of different styles of songs, but he had a message that I could hear.
You guys are acting like you've never put a record together. What's going on?
I haven't. Remember, again, I'm going to stop you because
you were a radio DJ, Tony.
Fair enough.
You were on the spinning records.
Fair enough.
You guys are acting like you don't know.
1996.
The golden era.
Fine, yes.
So we have to hold things at a higher standard.
But I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and preach about putting a record together when I know for a fact that and I'll say it on every single show. I come at this every single time I listen to music or you guys give me something from a consumer perspective. If I hear it on the radio, not having the musical background to produce an album or talk about how it sounds sonically or the kind of beat that he's using to put it together, will I listen to it? Every single one of these songs, if it comes on in the club or the car, I'm vibing. 2011, you and I go to the club, Winston, we are vibing. Don't tell me you're not. 2011.
Oh, we're
exactly.
Okay. But look, if I am putting together an album and I have one track from Black, one track from Blizz, one track from Jarvis, one track from Day, one track, it's going to sound like this. And it's going to leave me in this state of confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about cohesive production. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get a batch of production from Black, I'm expecting a certain vibration from it. And that's how you put together award-winning rap. This does not feel like award-winning rap.
But at the same time, Black touched on it. It's his first major label effort. So there's nothing wrong with him putting out something that reaches a variety of different audiences. It got him 3 UK top 5. One of them was a number 1. Ed Sheeran had put his first album out in 2011 and he's featured on this album. Yep. So 2 relatively unknowns, and now look at them both. And if you don't know who Wretch 3.2 is, I beg you to go and try to find some of his other stuff and have a listen, because he's on loads of stuff. He's everywhere, especially over here.
Yeah, 3. I think you should go back and listen to that one again.
For you guys, I will listen to it again. It didn't hit me. In 2011, if we go back in the annals of time and look at what came out on both sides of this pond, you're telling me this is in the top 10 albums? Look at you. See?
He won an award for it in 2012.
That's not what I said.
So
if we go back in the annals of time and look at 2011, is this in your top 10 albums?
I'd have to put myself. See, the thing is, I wasn't familiar. I moved here in 2011. That's right. So Wretch 3.2 was only just hitting the scene brand new over here. Right. So it wasn't stuff. I wasn't even tapping into UK stuff. I was still trying to make sure that I was connected to the US stuff, because I had no idea about the stuff that was over here. So I would have to go back and differentiate this from anything else that came out in 2011 in the UK.
So we're going to have to put this to a poll. Black, I'm going to need a poll. Is this in the top 10 albums of 2011 internationally? Not just here in the States, internationally.
I also think that the vibrations that we hear now from older music hit differently now than they would have then. I think that's part of it as well. So the way you analyze a song now, it's based on everything you've heard from back from the beginning. So you're talking about when we were introduced to hip hop in the 80s?
Yes, and now, 1984.
Now, so we're going from 84 to 2022, and we're looking at something from 2011, and we're basing it on everything.
Hunter, do you have internet access? Can you pull up album releases from 2011, please? And I just want you to read off the top five from 2011, so I can make this point. See, they're grasping at straws right now, and what I'm saying is, this is not in your top 10 albums worldwide. This is not in the top 10. This is not a top 10 2011. Watch this.
All right. Hold on. I clicked the button now. It's freaking out.
Hard being number 3, America. It's hard being Special Agent 3. But somebody got to give you the truth.
The top 10 global best-selling albums for 2011.
Go ahead.
From 1 to 10, we have Adele with her album 21.
I just want you to look at hip-hop. Look at hip-hop.
Okay, hip-hop. Closest thing to hip-hop is Bruno Mars at number 5.
No, I want you to look at 2011 hip-hop release.
Okay, the only hip-hop album on here is Lil Wayne's The Carter 4.
Which was kind of trash.
It was just garbage. Yeah.
It was awful.
Let me do this search. Sometimes you just got to do it.
What are you talking about? I Googled it. I said top 10 international albums.
There it is.
And I gave you what that Google told me.
Hold on. I got you, bro. I got you. I appreciate
Google,
it.
that bitch won't know my nickname.
See, this is the thing as well, because we all know that, even if you talk about the Grammys, they differentiate by genre.
Right.
So you can't sit there and say that this album was trash
Okay,
in 2011
you
because
guys
you're comparing it against everything else.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Go on. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You guys ready? Is this better than Watch the Throne?
No.
No.
Is this better than Section 80?
Mm-mm.
Is it better than Undone by The Roots?
No.
Not a lot.
I mean, look, is it better than Charity Starts at Home?
No, that's Fonte. No.
We can't even talk about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Thank you. Is it better than Cold World? Look, I'm just being honest. This album lacks symmetry, and it's because he was spitting hot fire. The production ain't it, man. It's like, okay, I like that one. Okay, I like that one. It's not it. And when you look at the pantheon of 2011, look, Goblin came out in 2011.
Yeah, I just saw that. Goblin.
I need to make sure that every time that you quote something, we hashtag Pantheon.
Hashtag Pantheon.
It's such.
I'm just saying, look,
but
Pharaoh Monch's War came out. The 2011, crazy when it came to music. And over there, internationally, let's look at the.
You're gonna get pop. You're gonna get pop music because that's what sold in 2011. That's why Adele was the number one.
Yep.
I just look at our roots, and I know what we were listening to here. I was banging War constantly by Pharaoh Monch. You get
Undone, Goblin, all of them.
All that.
Did you have any UK artists in your
now
rotation?
I do. So what I'm going to do, in fairness to Wretch 32, I'm going to make a 2011 playlist. And if he pops out as weird, hey, you got to go, Wretch 32. You heard it here. Right into the show. Go on the Discord and say something.
You heard it here first.
I'll tag him when I share it on Instagram.
Please.
Right. That's fine. Right. That's cool. Right. So we'll move on to some clothing line stuff then. Right.
Yeah.
So I sent you guys some stuff from Couture Club.
Nice.
This is produced. It started in 2015 by a couple of guys in Manchester named Ross Warswick and Scott Shashua. They're trying to create the best club on the planet, apparently. It started as a bedroom brand. They doubled their sales in year one, and they are currently working with 50 staff, so they just upgraded apparently into a bigger venue. They do lifestyle merchandise, men's and women's, hoodies, tees, cargos, dresses, even swimwear. It's all designed in-house as well, so they've got clearly some creative artists in there. I think that the price points are reasonable, considering that it's in-house and comparing it to some of the other stuff that you find on over here, like H&M and M&S, and even some of the other stuff that would sell this kind of merchandise. I'm gonna go to black first. Give me thoughts. And I asked if you was gonna pick 3 items. What would they be? And I want to twist it in as well. I want you to look on there and see if you can pick something else for each of the other hosts.
Nice.
Because I got something in mind for you, Black. Because I've seen your Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah. My I personally enjoy this. It does fit my style, actually.
Yeah.
A little bit. I looked into the new inn.
That was what I wanted you to look at. Yeah. The men's new ins. Yeah.
I'm just gonna rattle off what I really liked off of it. That black and yellow bomber jacket.
Ill,
bro.
Yeah.
Straight, like, I'd buy that. All 3 of these things I'd buy not on sale, honestly, because I like them that
What do you
much.
say about the price point, though? So I don't know the conversion. It's 95 pounds.
It converts it on here for
Does
me.
it? Okay.
The bomber jacket's $125.
That's cheap for something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Usually I'd see something like that for almost double.
Yeah.
Right? I really liked the baseball resort shorts with the zipper pocket. Really like that. The inseam's nice. Goes a little bit above the knees, which is cool. I don't like that, like, early 2000s juggalo below the knee shits.
able to rock with it.
I ain't leaning with it and I ain't rocking with it. All right, I don't need that. And then I liked I liked all the cargo pants they had, but the ones that were labeled khaki, I enjoyed the most. I feel like I could rock those.
Yeah.
The hardest.
So you're shopping for your co-host now. Go ahead.
All right.
Give me some. Put something on Special Agent 3.
Oh Lord. Winston, do you have any preferences?
You know,
No, don't ask him. No, he doesn't get the help.
He doesn't get the help.
He
He doesn't get the help. He
We've
doesn't
hung
get the
out
help.
for like 4 years.
He
What
doesn't
are you
get the
talking
help.
about?
He doesn't get the help. All right. Oh Lord.
You had to do it quickly.
I do have to do it quickly. Shit, you put me on the spot. There's
I'm giving everybody else a bit of a heads up, so you guys can be sitting there. You can be shopping while you're thinking.
No, I'm already in.
Rude as hell.
Go on, Ed.
Winston, you get the varsity logo oversized fleece hoodie in teal.
A word.
Word.
Nice.
That's what I picked for Winston. I just found that.
I can dig it.
Yeah, I know he likes hoodies, and that's just it pops off enough for him to like the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's raw. That's raw. Okay.
Seventh Day. What are you gonna rock? Seventh Day. What are you gonna do? What do you get?
See, I'm the enigma in this puzzle.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the swim trunks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're a different. I think I know them.
you can go. All right, I'll come back to you, Black. You can do some shopping for 7th. Right.
I think I know.
Special Agent 3. Give me a top
Three.
What do you say?
Yo,
about
look. The price point is perfect. Like everything on here is perfectly. I kind of ordered some of this stuff just so.
Did you for real?
Yeah,
Nice.
look. We can't just be like window shopping all the time. I want to buy it and then wear it on the next show whenever it gets here. So
what was shipping out of curiosity from here to there?
$35.
Actually, it's $130. It was free.
Yeah, but I got
Was
one
it?
thing.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I got one thing. So I got the multi-logo 3D hoodie, black. The multi-logo.
Okay, well, that's what I was buying for you anyway. So yeah.
That's
Takes
ill.
both.
That's
Yeah.
ill. But my 3 on here are the World Series tee, like with the green letters. That's ill. And then I liked the denim, the banana print distressed denim jacket. I rocked that on some old.
Oh yeah.
What's that movie with Patrick Swayze? Roadhouse. I rocked out on a Roadhouse vibe day.
I got so many denim jackets.
Look, man, this the blurred logo washed orange travel hood.
Yeah.
Ew. That's I'm on my orange vibe right now.
See,
so I rock that.
Do you guys get it over there? Because it's a big English thing, I think, a big British thing where, well, maybe even a European thing, where there's like, they do the sweatshirt and the sweat short combo. Do you guys get that over there?
A little bit.
Because again, like Winston, the one you're talking about, the blurred logo orange, and they got the shorts to go with it.
I rock that outfit. I wear
That's
that.
what I'm saying. But do you get like the sweat shorts over there where it comes in like the set?
Where I am, they do.
Do they? Okay.
I see it all over the place.
A little bit.
But I mean, like when I'm shopping, I don't see this a lot, Martin.
Yeah,
I don't see this.
Let's see. We in the shopping malls around here. This is how they actually put the outfits together.
A hoodie and shorts.
Yeah, I mean, I of course I'm speaking when I go shopping for my
With the
teenagers,
kids,
but I see it all the time, man.
Yeah,
I see it all the time. It depends on the store, but most of the popular brands, they got them set up just like you see on this website.
Sometimes we'll see.
So wait your turn. Wait your turn. Special Agent 3. Who you shopping for?
All right, for the day. Look, man, this is. I think I figured it out. Let me find it. I think I figured it out. I kind of know his style a little bit. It's the like the bowling shirt. Like the
checkerboard resort
checkerboard.
short.
Yes.
Yeah.
I put that on him right now. We be hot in the streets for the black cargos for black. The black cargos. I see you in that, like this Cobra Kai vibe.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, man. Cobra Kai. My brother TD.
I know what I put TD in.
Either this essential wash regular fit hoodie, or that'd be ill. Or I like the zip front quilted jacket, black too. On you. Riding a bike?
Yeah.
No?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black, you said you still shopping for 7th, or you got something?
I found those bowling shirts he was talking about, and like that's ill. I like that. I also saw on the front page of the new in was the that mesh paneled varsity T-shirt.
Yeah.
That blue one. I could that too.
Right.
Okay.
That's cool. Right. 7th, what are you saying?
Okay. In regards to mine, I liked the blurred logo travel set hoodie as well. That black one. I thought that was really fresh to death all day long. The branded toweling blue cargo shorts. I like to play golf. I could see myself rolling up to the first green, rocking them bad boys and sinking a putt from 30 all day long.
I would not have guessed that at all.
I'm a heavy golfer, and on top, on the golf course, the heavyweight twin set T-shirt.
What? You like that?
I'm at the links, B.
Nice. Who are you shopping for then?
Let me shop for. I think Special Agent 3 might be too easy. So let me go with my man Black. I'm gonna shop for Black, and let me see.
Like this heavy twin set though?
What you got against the heavy twin set while I'm shopping?
Oh, I just found it. What are we talking about? That's ill.
Right,
bro.
you 7th, you keep shopping. Right, I'm gonna give you my top. So my 3, right? Ironically, right? So I went with the photo print relaxed fit hoodie and the off-white, the one with the cactus on the back and the pink with the gradient bit on the back.
Yeah.
The zip front jacket and the khaki cargos. So I'm taking 2 of them home with me.
Yeah, that jacket's ill.
Yeah,
I like that,
dude. It's like they are all over the place over here. So I shopping, right? So Black, I'm putting you in the tonal checkerboard resort shirt.
Word.
And I know you're wearing it unbuttoned with all the hamburger meat out. And then
hamburger meat.
Saying, and I'm putting Winston. I'm putting you in that black hoodie with the big logo on the back.
See
again, 7th. You are the enigma. Prior to what you were saying, I genuinely would not have picked any of the stuff that you were even saying. I was probably gonna go back to the front and go as simple as I could and go like just the black panel cargo short.
Mm-hmm. Yep. See, I tend to wear plain stuff most of the time, but when I'm going out, I have this sort of this golfer preppy sort of vibe thing that I tend to rock in the streets. It's hot in the streets right now. But for my man Black, I got those cargo pants. I wouldn't wear them for myself because I don't like how they cut off the circulation on the ankles. But I can see my man Black.
It don't.
Bad boys out.
Man, they're comfortable.
It don't.
They look like they cut off the ankle circulation.
They're nice, man.
They don't.
Okay.
Trust me.
Y'all gonna have to hit me to some fashion.
Maybe Leroy. That's some Bruce Leroy right there.
Maybe y'all pick out some stuff. I'll rock it one of these times. We see if we can change my fashion up.
No need to worry because they're gonna send it to us.
All about it.
For the love.
Shout out Couture Club. Right,
Couture
moving on.
Club. Fire.
Footwear. Right, so I'm going to go to Joe Fresh Goods, New Balance 9060, the Penny Cookie Pink. These also came out in Baby Shower Blue. They were part of a capsule. I got it up in front of me. So they came out with, looks like there was some tracky bottoms, sweatshirt, bomber jacket. Looks like a khaki kind of members only style jacket with a collar. Inside voices on the back of a baby blue bomber jacket as well. These were released in the US only at the moment on, I think it was the 20th of May. The blue pair was released only via the Instagram shop only, but we're talking about the pink pair. So this collection follows Joe Fresh Goods Outside Clothes, which came out in August 21. Apparently that was one where everybody queued up into a park in Chicago and waited like hours to get these things, and they sold out in a matter of minutes. The color pink, the color scheme derives apparently from a Chicago beloved Fun Snacks Frosted Strawberry Cookies by Mrs. Pure. Retailed for $180. 7th. What are you saying?
The Pure Pennies. I did a little research on these. Initial retail price $180. Do I have that right?
Yeah, 180.
Okay. All right. I looked online. I saw resale as high as $600 for these.
I found 757 pounds, which is probably the $800 mark over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found them on my favorite resale app for $400, available today. So I would probably swap these bad boys. I'd cop them in order to come up if I could get my hands on. I think they're fresh, but I don't really wear anything that would match them. That's the only reason I wouldn't rock them myself.
Oh, see, we're shopping for you though. We can get you some stuff to go with them.
We could throw you
together. The thing is, right? Like something with these shoes, right? So you got like the tan base. They got like the sea foam green in them on the side and on the tag. The pink in there, like the kind of the white in the midsole. You could rock loads with these. Again, like I looked at resale as well. I went to StockX. The last sale was today, as a matter of fact. I think it's global, but they went for 214 pounds. High sale last month was 757 pounds, which again, I think is around the $800 mark. The average price that they're going for right now for sale is 302 pounds, and the asks are anywhere between 186 and 242 pounds. So you can come up. 3, what you got?
Oh, that's a cop all day. I love New Balance. I got like 8 pairs of New Balance upstairs that I haven't even touched yet. Like I better yearly. Like, and the canvases look better yearly. Look at these. Look like a nice little candy cane on my foot, and I feel like Cameron. I just throw on the pink joints. I put on the pink mink and just go out in these with on the feet. I'm copping these.
Yeah, I mean they just did a collab with what's his name, Jack Harlow. So he got his own New Balance the other day. Again, even like over here in the UK, I look at like football boots. They are like snatching up footballers left, right, and center to wear New Balance football boots. So again, it's like it's turning from the whole dads wear the white and blue ones to cut the grass thing to It is
Fashion.
trendy.
Yeah.
It is trendy as hell. Yeah.
Look, and can nobody tell me any workout shoe that Nike makes is more comfortable than the New Balance?
Oh, dude.
My workout shoes are New Balance now, and I'm telling you, I've never felt better.
You remember when I worked at the Finish Line?
Yeah.
There was a pair of tan New Balance that I had that had like the navy blue and white in them.
I remember that.
I bought them and I wore them things like religiously. New Balance are probably the most comfortable shoes that are out there right now. They're so comfortable. Black Way Stain.
These will be a swap for me. Mostly from because the highest resale price I saw was $450, and I was obviously very wrong. Knowing I was wrong at a low margin, I'd swap them. Mostly because they look like an Oswego to me. Y'all familiar with the Oswego?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. Oswego's are like mega wide, and they got way less laces.
Right.
I owned a pair and I got rid of them.
It's just that the sole, the pink part of the very bottom with that wedge in the middle.
Yeah.
That like void space. That's what reminds me of the Oswego.
It reminds me of an Adidas Torsion. You remember Torsions when they were out?
I love Torsions, bruh.
But that's that's what it looks like from the side.
My shoe.
Yeah.
But I'd swap them. They don't look bad, but with the price point, I could.
I don't like that material though.
I love them, man. I love them. So I'm copping them all day. Like I'm with you. Like Winston, I'm all over New Balance now. Like if they come out and I can find them, these are meant to release globally like any day now. And it's one of them ones where if I could get these, I'd probably snatch these over the blue. If you have a chance to look at the blue ones, look at the blue ones. They're decent, but I think the pink ones. And again, I think it's maybe like it's a fashion forward thing. Guys used to be put off by pink, but dude, like if you can rock it and it works,
and kill it, cam.
Yeah, all over it all day long.
Shout out camera.
Right. Moving on. Travis Scott, Air Trainer 1 Light Chocolate. I know this is the second time we've looked at a Trainer 1 on the show. True to form with the Travis Scott, is a material-led makeover. They got a detachable shroud on the top for weather and dust, is what they're saying. They got stash pouches under the tongue and on the back. The color apparently is meant to reflect the Texas landscape where Travis Scott is from. These landed on Friday last week. They're part of a capsule that had a gray version and then 2 Air Max 1s. There was a jacket, vest, pullover, trousers, a couple of other things. They went for 144 pounds over here, 160 US. Three, what are you saying?
Here.
I'm going to rip up your argument. I know I am. Go for it.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, world. Travis Scott killed all those kids at the concert.
They talked about delaying this release because of that, but they didn't.
I am not, allegedly, I'm not buying the shoe. I am not supporting this guy, ever. If his name appears on it, Blizzy is dropping it. That's right, world. And it's a beautiful shoe. Shame. Right. Shame on you, Nike. Right. For giving it to this hooligan. This criminal. Shame on you. Because I'd have bought it and got everybody in the world to buy it. But now, no drop.
Wow. So this is, if you include all of the shoes up to and the ones including this capsule, this is the 19th Travis Scott collaboration with Nike.
Drop them all.
Black.
This was going to be a cop. Because of the colorway. I dug it. I feel like I could rock it with, I could fit something up with it. I looked at the material. I'm like, no. I don't really like that. That would just clash with a lot of things I do. And on top of all that, with what Special Agent 3 was talking about, no.
It's a beautiful shoe.
It's an amazing looking shoe. It looks great. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I swear to God, if that's that in that, I'm kicking you out of this damn call. If it.
Stop it! Oh my God!
7.
Ah,
I've never
I
felt
like your
such
style,
betrayal.
TD. I like your style, TD.
This is the first unboxing on Triumvirate podcast.
On the Triumvirate. It's right there in front of the man.
Oh.
Now, I will say this. I love the shoe. I think it is a wonderful looking shoe. It's something that would go with numerous outfits. It's one of them shoes that the price point is right.
It's also one of the shoes Satan loves.
The devil's in them shoes.
I think the price point is right because of what my brethren said, though. See, because I actually did a little of my own research, and I saw the Air Maxes that came out prior to the incident. I saw the Jordans, Travis Scotts, that came out prior to the incident, and then I see these, and the price point is drastically different. Did anyone else notice this?
Yes, which is
Okay.
why I have them sitting in the box.
Right on. See, and for me, I am not one to skip out on a good deal. I understand the man did some things wrong, but I understand that I can capitalize and look fresh off of his mistake. I'm copping them bad boys. I'm right there with
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Right. So when I'm gonna take you back to the last show that we recorded, and we were talking about Tyler Creator's Golf LaFleur. Winston said, when artists do collaboration, I'm buying them because it's art. They're collectibles.
Oh, he got receipts.
So he's an artist.
Tyler ain't kill
Four
nobody.
shoes came out in the capsule. He didn't kill nobody.
Tyler didn't suffocate nobody at his concert.
He
Not-
didn't
neither
do it
did Travis
himself.
Scott.
He
He was
didn't
on
do
the
it
stage.
himself.
He didn't do
He
that.
was on the stage. He didn't do that shit.
He encouraged it.
He encouraged the ruckus.
Right. I've put these on one time. Tried
It's
them
a
on.
good looking shoe.
Look, like I've debated because the trainer SCs, the white ones with the green that came out in 1987, they were on Nike. They're still available on sneakers. I get them on a Nike website, Nike app. I've tried these on. They're comfortable. They fit like a 1987 trainer. It's not corduroy. It's suede. It looks like corduroy. Suede here. This is vinyl. It's got the snaps. I like the shroud. What I'm going to do when I wear these, when I do wear them, I'm going to rock this one the way that it is. I'm going to put the shroud back on the left one because that's the foot that I shift with when I'm on my bike. And this shroud is going to keep that shoe protected. And then when I get somewhere, I can snap it off, put it in a little stash pouch in the tongue. I can put it back out when I'm
You know what I heard? They keep demons in the shroud.
I know what you
They
heard.
keep demons in that
But
stash pack.
Drop.
I'm going to tell you what, this stash pack back here, you ain't fit nothing in there.
Poltergeist in that snatch pack.
Poltergeist.
Look, man, like the thing is, right? I know for a fact they sold 400. And again, I did my research as well. I had 457 pairs sold in the last 3 days on StockX. Last sale was 144 pounds, which is retail. So I ain't making money on these. The high sale was 639 pounds on the day that they were released. Average sale is 198 pounds. They're going for 133 to 154 pounds. I got no reason to resell them. I'm not going to make any money. I might as well just go ahead and wear them on the bike. I can rock them with a pair of jeans. I can rock them with what I got on. It's a military colorway. I got no problem whatsoever wearing these. Hunter, when we do this and you put this out on record, please pull up that soundbite from him saying, if it's an artist collab, you buy it because it's art, regardless of how shit.
Listen
it
here,
looks.
world.
Listen here, Special
You did say
Agent
that.
3. You did say that.
Poltergeist
said
in
it.
the shoe. They
You
put
did.
the
Thank
souls of the bodies we
They put the
lost.
souls in the soul.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's not that rubber sole. No,
Oh, yeah, it's
No.
not. It's solely soul.
it's solely soul.
Yeah, look, what's the soul made of? People.
Souls.
People.
What's the soul made of?
It's not
Souls.
recycled. It's not
Allegedly.
recycled. It's
Recycled.
not recycled, Robert.
It's recycled souls.
The entire show is satirical, world. It's satirical. Go ahead.
Right. Right. So again,
Souls.
I'm going to try to make sure that I bring a bit of edge to what we do. I didn't talk about any festivals or any events to go to this time. I want to talk a bit about cultural appropriation. And the reason that I wanted to talk about it was because the last time that I hosted, obviously, I brought up something really controversial about using the N-word in music and everything like that. And it was, Winston, you made a statement around a PE class that we had, and Chad Hickson jumped on somebody's back for calling him a wigger.
Yeah.
Right. And then literally like 2 days later, I was flicking through Facebook. I can't remember what the article was, and I cannot find the meme, but it was literally a picture of Travis Scott's face, like, and then on the side of it was just a white dude in a pair of low top dunks with some cargo shorts or cargo pants on. It was like, white guys buy a pair of Jordan 1s and wear cargo pants and they think they're Travis Scott.
I heard about
so
that.
Those two things together made me wonder, is cultural appropriation still a thing? Does it bother us? When did it become commonplace for all that stuff to happen? Like when I was over in Paris last month, I was talking to my wife about it. We were walking around. There was this black guy, was probably mid-20s, skinny jeans, pair of Jordans, and he had on like just like a V-neck T-shirt and like a shacket thing or whatever. And I said to her, I was like, I'm going to talk about this on the show, because 10 years ago, you wouldn't see black guys wearing skinny jeans anywhere. It just wasn't a thing. So for me, it's like the whole thing where there's this bit of crossover between like skater culture and black culture. And even when you talk about like Asians meaning like Japanese, Koreans, like they love that shit. Like they literally like you see so many videos and like all the K-pop stuff, baggy jeans, and they're like they're going back to like late 90s with like that kind of hip hop vibe. So I'm wondering what you guys' thought process on it, because at the end of the day, like it isn't just inevitable, it's potentially a positive thing because you're embracing somebody else's culture. And do we need to like stop being guarded about our own stuff? Because if you look at like the definition of cultural appropriation, it is when someone adopts something from a culture that is not his or her own. It can be a hairstyle, piece of clothing, a manner of speaking, etc. Thoughts? Floor's open.
Let's start by actually fully defining cultural appropriation. I actually went and got the definition with the heads up we were talking about it. The definition is the unacknowledged or inappropriate adoption of the customs, practices, ideas, etc. of one people or society by members of another, and typically more dominant people or society. I think that's the key part, that last piece there. The dominant people of a society appropriating culture of someone that is less dominant. When you think about it in that nature, I think sometimes there is what's called homage. Okay. So when people are actually paying homage or homage to something from the past, from a different culture, or to something that actually directly reflects another culture, I think that's okay. I think it's when you go over the top. Okay. Who was it that had the Bantu braids? It was somebody just recently that threw the Bantu on the head, and they was out and parading, and they said, "Oh, this is just how I wear my braids all the time." There was I think it's on your side of.
I think I've seen that. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I have to find it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think something like that is more to the point of disrespect.
Yeah,
because there's more of a cultural aspect to that when we see other folks not from the culture wearing it, we're going, now why would you do that? You have so many ways to wear your hair, to protect your hair. Why would you do that? Because now it seems like you're trying to look like one of us. And by one of us, I mean...
Yeah. But you could even go back to, like, let's say Eminem, turning up at the VMAs in, the massively oversized velour tracksuits and stuff, hat sideways, do-rag on his head. He has a Jordan collab, but who doesn't nowadays? So... Right. Are we going to point the finger and say somebody like Eminem is culturally appropriating African American or Black hip hop culture because he does it, but he's in it? And is it wrong?
I think that's questionable because clothes, to a certain degree, I don't know if one particular culture can claim clothing. Now, I could be wrong on this, and I'm going to point to the elder statesman in regards to that. But to me, I don't think clothing by itself is appropriation.
But it is,
I
but it is why people point the finger. And Winston, you'll back me up on this because in the 90s, when I went to school and I wore khakis hanging off my butt and I wore the overs, I'm wearing large and extra large polo shirts to school, and knowing damn well they don't fit me, but that's how LL Cool J wears his shit, rolling the fucking pant leg up to my knee and everything because it looks cool. Like, that's not me. That's not my culture. That's not my heritage. So in theory, like, I can sit there and point the finger at myself and say that I was doing it. But at the same time, it's like, is Travis Scott culturally appropriating the skater culture?
Yes. Everybody robs everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So, like, look, there's two, like, trains of thought. Sometimes, like, and I will never, like, Eminem grew up in the environment. I can't say he's appropriating anything, because if that's your environment, it's just who you are, you know? So if I grow up with Hunter, I'm under the same roof, under the same guidance, under the same guidelines, taken in the same media. Of course, like, it's not appropriation, it's just where I was. Now, as for Elvis going to listen to all these soul singers and then taking the song and profiting from it, that's a different story. That's appropriation. You know, like, we like in 2022, the lines are so blurry, you know. But if you go back, you can see it. Take your dances, take your your clothing, take your music, take your food, take your everything. It's appropriation. A little story about this, okay? Al Copeland. I worked for Copeland's for years as a consultant, as a trainer. Al Copeland worked with a young black man who had a fantastic chicken recipe. He took it and opened Popeyes.
Amazing. Love Popeyes.
So this young man's family allegedly did not profit from this, but you see, that's appropriation. He studied the man, his style, his way of cooking, and then profited from it and gave the inventor nothing. The same thing can be said for Jim Beam, Jack Daniels. All these things come from, like, slavery. Slaves made these recipes, they took them and profited and gave nothing back.
Colonel Sanders as well.
So it's like it's now it's so blurry, we don't know.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's inevitable,
right?
And it's potentially a positive thing. But at the same time, it's like, when do we turn around and look at somebody and say, like, okay, I can look at a music video from 1992 with the Wu-Tang Clan, and what they're wearing in that video, you see teenage white kids wearing now. But if you look at guys that are of our age now, again, like we talked about it last week or the week before, like, I own skinny jeans. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that potentially some of you guys do too as well.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you would never have seen in the 90s.
We wouldn't have been rocking that.
No, never. Like,
that would have been whack.
No,
I think the power of the media is way stronger now than then. You know, because even when Kanye was doing his thing, like polos and bright colors, I wasn't rocking with that.
No,
I wouldn't wear that. That's not me.
No. Yeah,
I was.
You know, like, but that was your influence time, though.
Yeah.
Us, like, I can't be doing all that. No. You know, but the power of media, I would have never, in 1995, been seen in a skinny jean.
No, never. And that's the thing. It's like, I was always buying them like 2 sizes too big, you know, belt cinched around. It was always, you know, I'm 5'7". I got a 30-inch inseam. You know what I mean? There ain't no reason at all that I need to be wearing like 35-inch waist. Yeah, exactly. Wu-Tang.
Right.
Wu-Tang. I'm not now again, like, I'm not going down the road of like wearing like Jenko stuff where it looks like I'm walking around in a denim dress. But at the same time, it's like you have to look at it. And again, I go to Travis Scott because he is one of those ones where white guys especially white teenagers, they put on a pair of like, they think they, Travis Scott's or a pair of Jordan 1s and a pair of cargo pants. They think they're Travis Scott. And they're not. You're not. I want to kick every single white kid up and down the street when I see them putting braids in their hair. It looks absolutely asinine, and there's no reason whatsoever that they should be doing that shit to their hair.
I like this hot take there. I like that there, TD. I'll tell you
I
this
agree.
though, like influences.
Hey, let the other white guy talk for a second.
Yes,
Yeah,
go ahead,
let's
Black.
HB
Go ahead,
talk.
Black.
My thing on this, I'm gonna take it back to what I said about the use of the N-word. I said something along the lines of, I'm adopted into this culture.
Do you have a black card?
Right? I don't know. I think Winston's giving me an so yeah.
I do.
That's the homie. That's Black right there.
Yeah.
That right. So and for me to say that my style hasn't been influenced by the rappers I listen to, by the people I follow on social media, I'd be lying to you. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But your
lying
style's
to you.
been influenced by Rob Dyrdek too, though.
Right.
Yeah.
My
Right.
style's been influenced by a multitude of different influencers in the world. But for me to say that I did it myself or I came up with this idea, that's a form of appropriation. So I'm always going to let it be known where I got it from, who I thought of when I put this together, and whatnot. It's not my place to claim something as my own unless I know for a fact I did it myself, which is very rare and possibly impossible because in today's day and age, everything's been done.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think, like, again, it is so fluid, and we know, like we said, like, you are a Van wearing SOB, you know what I mean, and Vans and skinny jeans, and again, like, I had to just troll through your social media real quick, and there's a couple on there, like torn jeans, and they look like some designer Air Force One style shoes, you know what I mean? But who doesn't wear a pair of Air Force Ones nowadays?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, back in the day, like, well, I say back in the day, but like, late 90s, early 2000s, when they became popular, you knew that you were like dealing with a thug if he was rolling like black Air Force Ones.
Black Forces.
Black Forces.
Exactly.
Forces.
Ready
But it's
for you.
like this thing. There's a couple in New York, and they do it every single week. They put a pair of white Air Force Ones on their front steps and see how long it takes for somebody to come and take them. And it's always like some little hippie wannabe stealing a pair of white Air Force One lows off some front steps. And the thing is, like, white Air Force Ones, they are not like and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but they are not a traditionally white culture shoe.
Right. It's a West
It's
Coast,
not.
like a West Coast shoe.
What?
Yeah.
Khakis and
Khakis
either
and white forces.
Yeah, and white forces, yeah.
Bloods or Crips.
Yeah, white forces.
You can throw the Cortezes into that.
Yeah, even
That
Cortez.
mix.
Yeah,
Even the
true.
Cortezes.
It's a Hispanic. See, and the thing is, like, with a Cortez, like, I feel like a Cortez is a Hispanic community. I feel like the Hispanic community owns Cortezes.
They do.
It's just about money now. Like, it's hard to appropriate when people just trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just about payments now.
But even still, like, we just looked at a brand new, and again, like, I found the Couture Club when I literally Googled like the top UK urban brands that footballers wear, and that was the number 2 brand on the list. If you look through their catalog, did you see a single black guy wearing any clothes?
No.
Not one.
Uh,
The same white dude. Same
I
white
don't know
dude.
if this is a white guy. Like, this is
Oh,
like
he's-
Yeah.
He's mixed. He's a mixed kid.
he's all of it, Tony.
He's
He's
mulatto.
everything.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying, like,
That's a
he's
racist
not-
term, mulatto.
he's
can't-
not. Yeah, you better edit that
Yeah,
shit
you
out.
can't say that.
He's not Oscar Isaac, where he's Guatemalan and whatever, and he can play anything from Timothy Chalamet's dad to a freaking pharaoh in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not that guy. And if I looked at him, I would think, oh yeah, he's probably like ethnically diverse, but he definitely doesn't have any black in him. He
looks like my nephews.
Yeah, he looks like all of my sons.
He looks like my nephews.
Maybe, but again, like, but does that? And again, this is that whole thing about going back to like the whole what we was talking about the last time I hosted, like what qualifies him as black, and therefore is it appropriate for him to wear whatever? And do you have to be black or do you have to be white to wear a particular style or brand of clothing? I would get rinsed in the street right now if I wear a FUBU hoodie from
Word?
1997.
That's vintage. You couldn't wear no
Yeah.
boo-foo?
Maybe.
Throw that
Man.
boo-boo on.
It ain't never going away. It ain't never going away because there's a picture on my fridge of me
Right.
holding my son in that thing. So it ain't never
Well,
happening.
I think it comes down to respect and disrespect.
Yeah.
I think when it crosses the line to where it's disrespectful to do it, I think that's what is cultural appropriation today.
Okay.
I think back in the day it was more it was a little bit more sparse because you could say that certain cultures really owned certain types of outfits, certain types of clothing, certain types of hairstyles, certain types of shoes that they would wear that other groups would not wear. But nowadays, everything's more of a melting pot. So I don't think people are wearing these clothes in order to be disrespectful. Again, I think they're just paying homage to the person that they admire. And I think that's different than being disrespectful and putting something on in order to try and mimic a culture.
What would you say about someone like Russell Westbrook, as an example, like who goes to the absolute extreme of the kind of stuff that he wears to and from basketball games? Does he even fall into like the Dennis Rodman category, who is clearly doing it for attention, or is that just his thing? And where does he fall like culturally in terms of the clothing that he's wearing? Because it definitely ain't black and it definitely ain't white.
I really would like to speak. You're gonna have to join us on Patreon to see like my real thoughts on this, because this is a hot take. This Russell person,
Individual.
this Westbrook, who can't shoot, but that has nothing to do with his clothing. I can't even speak on it. Join us on the Patreon so you can see my real thoughts. I can't even talk about Russell.
I think it's one of those things where I think it's become so commonplace because the world is becoming more and more tan. Can't hear you.
He muted himself on purpose. He's yelling.
Shouting. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's fine. No, but I think again, it's like the whole thing. The world is becoming more and more tan, regardless of how many elderly white statesmen around the world want to believe it or not. And I think that from one level or another, the lines are getting so blurred. It's like I said, it's just one of those things. Is it still a thing? Does it bother us? And when did it become commonplace? Because I'm to the point now where it's like, if my son put on some stuff, I'd be like, you might want to like tone that down a bit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, who's to say that he's wrong?
I agree, man. I just think when it rises to the level where it's disrespectful. That's the only time I would see it as something that would be deemed appropriation. Most times, if people are just trying to wear something because they think it looks cool, I don't think there's any problem with that. And plus, I don't think that the cultures are so separate anymore in regards, especially when it comes to fashion and clothes and shoes, because it's all one big melting pot of hip hop and pop music. And to be honest, black culture is what's it. That's what's hot.
Yeah, that's what they.
That's
Yes, that's where all the cool shit is.
And so, because that's what's hot, everybody's wearing it. So, unless you want to say everybody's appropriating, I think unless they're coming with some form of disrespect behind it, I think it's not something to really get all up in arms about.
Oh, right. And on that, that's a wrap from me.
Oh.
This concludes another exciting episode of Triumvirate Podcast.
The record's on.
Thank you for joining us. Please like, share, subscribe. Watch the whole show on Twitch, and we will see you soon for HBTD, the 7th day. Me, I'm 3. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Peace.